So Run Fatboy Run is actually one of the better Simon Pegg movies, and in that great category with the likes of Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. But something that definitely isn't in that great category is Paul.
You know, you guys, two guys.
Yeah, definitely not Paul, as this actually has a fantastic story, unlike that of Paul, as this is around the main character Dennis, who 5 years ago left his then fiancée at the altar pregnant on the wedding day. However, now, 5 years later, he wants to prove to Libby that he has got what it takes and that he'll do anything for them to get back together by running a marathon to prove how much he loves her and how much he wants to be with Libby again and with Jake as a family. However, there's one thing standing in their way: WHIT, Libby's new boyfriend, and he is sort of like the perfect type of person. He runs marathons, he's perfect, and he's an obnoxious prick. And that is everything that Simon Pegg's character hates, and you can see that's what spurs his character on to be able to do the marathon in the first place, because it was his idea and mentioned it to Simon Pegg's character Dennis. Oh, I'm going to do a marathon, and then he suddenly decides I'm going to run one as well to prove and to compete with him so I can do what he can do and I can do it better. And that's what he manages to do, and I think that whole story is motivational, inspirational, all these words that you can think of, because he doesn't know how to run. The only thing that he ran away from was his wedding day. Before we jump back into this video, guys, please do us a massive favour and smash that subscribe button, because you do not want to miss a thing this week, next week, and the week after, because we've got tons and tons of content planned for you guys, and you can do us a massive favour by smashing that subscribe button, joining the community, getting updates to all the latest videos from the YouTube shorts to the actual videos. It is well worth it, completely free, and you will not regret it. I think with it being motivation and inspiration, it also feels real and realistic. And that's what's lovable and relatable to this, because most of Simon Pegg projects, let's admit, Shaun of the Dead is not relatable.
The attackers can be stopped by removing the head or destroying the brain. I'll repeat that: by removing the head or destroying the brain.
See what I mean? As to me, I think this was the first time we really got to see, oh, this is Simon Pegg's film where you go, actually, this is realistic. Hot Fuzz maybe is realistic as well, but likes of Shaun of the Dead, World's End, these sorts of things are probably never going to happen in somebody's life. However, the best part about this film is Dennis and Whit's feud, in which is relatable. One who comes across as very charming, comes across as sort of like Mr. Perfect, but is actually a massive knobhead. But then on the other corner, you've got Simon Pegg's character Dennis, who is a bit of a screw-up and doesn't really put the effort in until now. And this is what's great, and this is what makes that marathon idea really special when they eventually come up to each other, because Simon Pegg is a way off from where WHIT is, and he's trying to get to where WHIT is to create that good feud between them, between stepdad and the actual dad. And I think it's really, really special seeing that, because then you see how far Simon Pegg's going to go to be able to please his family and to get back with Libby and to get back with Jake as an actual family. The ending was absolutely fantastic of seeing Simon Pegg's character run down everybody in his car and finish the marathon. Shit, isn't that Family Guy? Yeah, that's Family Guy, never mind. This is actually where WHIT and Simon Pegg meet in the marathon, and it's the big finale, and they trip each other up like absolute dickheads. And it turns out that it was actually WHIT that tripped Simon Pegg's character, but they're running side by side, absolute racing, giving it their all. And I think that was quite special, and I think that rivalry came to an end right there, and it looked as if both of them were going to the hospital. However, Dennis carried on running, and he knew he had something to prove and knew he was going to give it absolute everything to keep running. No matter if it takes him 13 hours to 50 hours, he was going to keep on running. And even though he was knackered and in agony, and you could tell, and he does hit the so-called wall that they always talk about in marathons, he finally gets over the line. And who's there to share it with him? Jake and Libby. The reason why is because good old dickhead over there, WHIT, who actually went to the hospital, acted like a massive knobhead, and then suddenly went, know what, let's go see how Dennis is doing, and they ditch him then and there. And I think that was great, and then those were able to come together as a family again at the end of the film, and it looks as if the wheels are starting to turn between Libby and Dennis finally after 5 years of waiting, if you like. So to summarise Run Fatboy Run, for me it's an 8.1 out of 10 and a classic film. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below. Good, bad, terrible, amazing. Let us know all that jazz down those comments down below. And if you're not all Simon pegged out yet, check out our Hot Fuzz movie review right now.